Further unpack this, we are joined live in our Midrand studio by Miyelani Mkhabela, who is Antswisa Group Chief Economist. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us once again here on Morning Prime.
Thanks, and the viewers at home.
So firstly, what were your thoughts on the national budget speech delivered yesterday? Were they like most of the MPs who gave a standing ovation for the finance minister yesterday?
Yes, we saw most of them give him a standing appraisal. But it is factual that it was not necessary for them to come up with the 160. It's about 162 that will be an additional debt or adding to the government debt basket. I think if they sticked on the budget of 906 billion like budget for this year, because a lot of things and we're not in good shape. Economic growth was so sluggish, and the performance of our rand has been bad, and that as well affected. It can be the primary sector, where mining profits in the past years were not doing well, and these other listed companies as well, they were not doing well. So sticking on a 906 billion budget, it was supposed to be a good one and not increase government debt. I think that's one area that I feel the planning is not coming okay.
So that's one area. Now, in another area, Gordon commits to 30% of contracts over 30 million rand for black businesses, but adds the feasibility condition. Shouldn't 30% of procurement allocation to black business be mandatory rather than if feasible? What are your thoughts on this?
That has to be mandatory, and all in all, above that, you will expect the government to prioritize preferential procurement, or probably we will need to further clarify what is preferential procurement, because the PPPFA should have achieved much because it's preferential, so the government can come up with any set aside. They don't have as well to announce because we have preferential procurement. It's a policy, it's there, it's in our constitution. So for it being there, looking at feasibilities, then you are doubting national treasury or departments. But it has to be a mandate of any government official, knowing that preferential procurement is the primary mandate of government, because transformation was needed. Now people are no longer patient. So we don't want this country to go to some economic fights unnecessarily, because inequality and Gini coefficient is very high in South Africa, and you can't tolerate it when it is black government now running the country.
Now, talking about the whole collusion saga that has been making headlines across media platforms, it was mentioned that Postbank was given a banking license along with two others. Is this a first step towards creating a state-owned bank?
I think the collection of the whole amount from the 17 banks, as I have indicated earlier, from last week, I was indicating this aspect to say, if they collect the whole of that money, it can be a seed funding for the state bank, and from there the government will have came up with efficiencies, and it will have probably saved a lot for the government and for the government employees. All in all, it can as well benefit government employees and other employees that would like to bank with the state bank, because of the bonds and the vehicle finance that probably they will get, and they won't be having much of trouble in not being awarded mortgages because of guarantees or sureties. So this can be a very good move, and a lot of community can benefit. But at the same time, when government want to take on bigger project, they will have a bank that is supporting those bigger projects, and that certificate, if it is taken to an attractive rate, rating level, it can be an AA or AAB, like rating, like, you know, something that is attractive in rating, you know, you will find that bank to be more attractive as well in fundraising for like for the government.